Good evening, everyone. What an honor it is to be asked to speak at this event. Sorry I didn't manage to wear my ball gown tonight, but I did, you'll see, coordinate my shirt with the carpet and the chairs. This is special just for you guys. So congratulations to all of you for all the hard work you did to get to this evening. Wish I could see you in your caps and gowns, but I have a really great imagination to be able to picture you all sitting there. When I think of this class of graduates, I always think of you as markers of time. It's a bit strange, but my first year in Jakarta, I was working at a preschool, and in that preschool was a little 4-year-old named Irfan, and a lot of you know him. And I claimed to myself that I taught him how to spell his name. And anyway, after moving to the high school, the years passed, and I watched little Irfan and all of his friends, all of you, grow up and get closer and closer to my classroom until bam, 10 years had passed, and there you were looking at me, waiting to see what would happen next. It was clear to me in that moment that although we share the same time and space, we were not sharing the same experience. You were probably all thinking about lunch and basketball, and please don't let it be true that this teacher gives us a million essays to write. And I was thinking, I've been here for 10 years now in this city. Irfan's here. The twins are here. Is my life on track? Have all these years been good? And you all reminded me over and over again that yes, life is good. One of the greatest things about teaching is recognizing that actually we're not the teachers, you're the teachers. We can have the same units of work, but with every group of students, it's different. And there was something very magical about you all. I still have so much video evidence of what a bunch of creators you were. We read the book together, Private Peaceful, which I never really liked before. But when we read it together, I bawled. I wept at the end. You were also into it. You loved Tomo and Charlie and railed at the injustice of the world. And when you watched the movie, you railed at how bad it was and how they portrayed the characters all wrong and set out to make your own version. And I sat back as you created war scenes in the canteen area. Ken donned the Elsa wig to become the evil auntie, and Lena became the fierce sergeant. Ari was little Tomo. My stomach hurt from laughing at what you all created, and it filled me up so much that you cared enough to even bother, but you always cared enough. Our one and only poetry slam at Salihara, where you all performed your Romeo and Juliet role plays. The musical with Miss Sarah, Bajatten's Got Talent, that stuff you play with balls, sports or something. There were so many moments I sat and watched you all and felt so heart-filled as you blew all of us away with all that you could do and who you were when you stepped out of your comfort zone or when you stepped into that arena where your heart was full and you knew you were exactly where you were meant to be. Amongst all of this, you survived a pandemic, you stood on stages, you danced and played and hid away and wrote and learned and became more confident. Sometimes you fell into a heap and you got brave enough to ask for help. All of this is important. There's a strange belief that we humans have that to live is to fix ourselves, that there's something incomplete with us. If only we were smarter or prettier or sportier or had better clothes or was less of an introvert, that we would be better. But when we dig deep inside ourselves, where we find what brings us joy, what is truly important to us, what makes us angry, what makes us laugh, and what makes us cry, what we would fight for, what we are really passionate about, we can find that spot where we know what is true about us. And that's where the magic is. Often we're taught that only one thing can be true, but you all reminded me of that truth, that two things can be true. You can hate poetry, but still write a beautiful poem. You can doubt your own writing skills, but move people with your words. You can wear an Elsa wig and still be the coolest person in the room. You can get a D and be an amazing student. You can be shy and courageous. You can feel anxious and sing on stage with your band. You are all living examples of this for me. And because you were in my last class before the big pandemic, my memories are so vivid of what amazing creators you all are. So if nothing else, always remember this. The world is not black and white. A million things can be true, and at least two things can be true. You have way more inside you than you ever believed possible. All of us teachers see it in every one of you. And I hope that in some ways you have learned from being a part of this school that the true gold is inside of all of you, that you can find your voice and have the courage to say what needs to be said. So much love to you all, and a huge congratulations on graduating this evening. And I wish you all the very best, and I miss you so much.